Greetings, space pirates and space truckers. This is Grim coming at you live from Cartel Incorporated's mining base on Akua. Looks like we're going to be doing most of our videos from this location as it's just the perfect spot. Miles and miles of endless beaches, great flat land to pop down some bases to show off to you later. But first, I want to introduce you to something I call the rubber duck. Now, if you don't get the reference, ask your parents. Movie from 1978, about a trucker convoy. Really settled deep into my psyche, so I decided to bring it into Empyrion, specifically Reforged Eden 2. This is a capital vessel I've been working on for a little bit. It's got all the creature comforts of home, plus it looks like a giant 1970s Peterbilt. Lots of storage in the back, big engine nacelles, all the things you've come to expect from being able to get off a planet and go and do stuff. Rounding out the bottom, the only weaponry on it, 2 GAT cannons. They're mediums. They'll take care of most stuff for you. They are basically meant to take care of fauna, the guys hanging out in front of bases, just the basic stuff. Landing gear bolted onto the bottom, disappears into the structure. Lots of good thrust. Advanced ion thrusters front and back, mediums the rest of the way around the boat. Coming around towards the back of the rig, a big bay door, inside of which is a dual level bay. Nothing special about this, just a little spot to keep your SVs and HVs in. Head up the ladder in the corner, get up to the second level, and that's it, just a box. Works pretty good though. Come around the passenger side of the rig, same as the driver's side. So let's get on up front and take a look from front to back. I made sure to detail the entire rig. Nice black paint job. You can add the graphics that you want to add. Outside access, we've got 2 boarding ramps on the bottom for getting up from the ground. And side access doors there to get you into the cab if you're out in space. There's also one up on the roof. Alright, let's head up the ramp and take a look. First thing we stop at is the engineering section. 2 large generators, a couple of different devices to deal with the power output as well. Inside, you don't want to get in here for too long. 350 centigrade will roast you alive. But it's got Wi-Fi right up at the nose along with the detector. You can poke it into a POI and loot to your heart's content. Head up the stairs towards the back. Here's the access to the cab from the sides. Nice little deck area. Makes landing pretty easy when you're under fire and you need to get inside quick. Right when you come through the door, there's an armor locker, weapons locker for dealing with your guns and such. Come on into the trailer section. Cargo. Lots and lots of cargo. Not as big as some of the other capital ships that you'll find out there, but I think it looks a little closer to what reality might be. Small medical section over here. Take care of your little bumps and bruises. On the other side, just the basics for cooking up some food. Up on the front wall, the core and some CPU to make sure that you can handle anything else that you want to add. Let's go and take a look at that real quick. So, like I said, just the basics and some improves. Nothing else. You can add more as you see fit. 2 more CPU there, and then you can add the super advanced ones off to the side. Everything should stay out of the way. Up here's a harvest controller in case you wanted to mount some mining lasers on the front of it. I've done so. They take away from the look though, so I took them off for just flying around. And let's go back down the ladder. 2 container controllers, 384,000 each. Ought to be enough for most of your mid-game. As we move down towards the back, the ammo controller over here for those cannons and anything else you decide to add, 80,000 ought to be enough to hold all the rounds that you need. There's a section over here that'll fit a universal constructor, and you can pop a deconstructor up on top of those cargo crates. Gravity generator is included, and there is lots of headspace up above if you want to add more to it. On this particular bird, I got a little bit creative with the engineering section here. Some nice lit up pipes. This is where the big booster engines are that lift this bird off the ground. And the warp drive is in the back here too, just in case you need to get in there and fix it. Now, along with the space in the back for carrying your SVs and HVs, I decided to add a little bit to the roof, but we'll get to that in a second. This is the bridge. Nice wide viewing area. You can see for miles and miles and miles. Seat right up front. Some extra passenger seats just in case you want to bring some buddies along, or you can throw in some crew here for some extra CPU. Little relaxation station in the back. Bed just in case you want to pass some time quick, and a bar, because what trucker doesn't need some booze? Up through the top hatch here, we'll get right onto the roof of the rig. If I can figure out my controls. Some good marker lights. Stacks. Wouldn't be a rig without them. And up to the top of the trailer. I've been able to fit about 8 or 9 different SVs on this, and the machine does not have a problem pulling it. Works just fine. As I said before, you got plenty of thrust, especially in the front end. Lots of lateral, lots of up and down. Shouldn't be an issue at all. The big air cleaner on the side there is actually where I hid the oxygen tank, so it does kind of fit. And up front, we've got 2 of the giant Polaris floodlights for headlights, and tacked on some ring lights just for that headlight effect. I think it worked out pretty well. And that is it for the rubber duck. Cartel Incorporated, bringing trucking to your door. I'm Grim, signing off for now.